seemed tough online, but now you're filled with dread. Jeremy's got defenses, moves so smooth and bright. You're sinking in the shadows, you're stepping in the light. Too soon, out of luck, your streak is gonna end. You've been all bark, no bite, it's time to just pretend. The crowd is getting loud, they're chanting for the win. Jeremy's got the swagger and it's getting under your skin. Go Jeremy, go! They're cheering your name. The fire in your eyes, driving Deuce insane. He can match your style, he can't play your game. Go Jeremy, go! They're cheering your name. Your hashtags can't help you when the pressure's on the rise. Jeremy's on the rise, he's soaring to the skies. You thought you built an army, but it's falling all apart. His music's got the rhythm that's breaking every heart. Go Jeremy, go! They're cheering your name. The fire in your eyes, driving Deuce insane. He can't match your style, he can't play your game. Go Jeremy, go! They're cheering your name. The stage is set for glory, the winner will be crowned. And when the dust is settled, Deuce is nowhere to be found. Jeremy's holding high the trophy of the night. The fans are all united in his blazing light. Everybody yours will look and crown your do. The Willy one with Prussian. The Willy will be crowd. 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 Though Jeremy go. The cheering your name. The fire in your eyes. Driving Deuce insane. He can't play your game. Go Jeremy go. They're cheering your name. This music's got the rhythm that's breaking every heart. That's breaking every heart. The stage is set for glory, the winner will be crowned. And when the dust is settled, Deuce is nowhere to be found. Jeremy's holding high the trophy of the night. The fans are all united in his blazing lights. Go!
Well, hello, gentlemen.
Hey there.
Koopy.
Hello.
Oh,
Long
there he
time
is.
no see. How long has it been? What, 10 minutes?
Right? Lemon said, I'm sure I just left here a few minutes ago. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
We did not have time to take a break. That's for sure. Randy, the rocket Shochet is on it.
I got my eggs checked and chickens fed. Mama came home and we just sat out on the couch. And I was reading Discord and Georgie's like, we got documents, redneck. So I'm sorry. I'm like, what? Then, of course, I ran to Messenger.
Yeah, I was dinging you.
Well, I didn't turn my notifications back on, so I didn't hear it.
Oops.
So I'm glad I looked.
Right? And I'm sure this isn't going to be all we get today. Because today's the due date for Bubbles to turn over Discovery.
Right on, right on.
How's it hanging, chat? We just seen a whole bunch of y'all just a few minutes ago.
So are you headed to the house, Skipper?
I'm gonna be going
He
into a
is.
building here where I know I've got service, so that because when we get into reading this stuff, I want to be able to see it.
Right.
Mary, that was Heroes that gifted you your. It was either Heroes or Tammy. I can't remember which one, but it was one of the two of them are the ones that
Yes.
gifted you the membership, and we thank them a lot.
Yes.
We
Coop
do have good news
deserves
today.
all the
Our
love.
fundraiser for Timothy, for him to get a scooter, and he's dealing with his cancer. That is now at about $200. So thank you to all of you who've donated.
Cool. Matter of fact,
Awesome.
I'm gonna go share that on my page, and I'm gonna share it on Georgie. So Georgie, you'll have to pin it if you want to.
Those of you in South Carolina complaining about sleet, we currently have snow on the ground and they're calling for it to snow again tonight. Throughout the day tomorrow. So, yeah.
Good
I
hockey
hate
weather.
this
Yes, what
stuff.
she said.
Mm-mm.
Georgie's tired of winter.
Hi, Adigo. Yeah, I'm not used to this. This is not normal for our part of Tennessee. Usually we're hot again by now.
She says enough is enough. I'm ready for some warm stuff.
Yeah, we usually have spring weather by now.
I'm still waiting on the cold stuff. We, like I said, we've only had the space heater on maybe shit a week total. Yeah, buddy.
Yes, Miss Cynthia, it is.
Yep, I still do not have the gifting, but once I do, by golly, it'll be
Welcome back, Chefus.
it will definitely be paid forward.
My adventures in home brewing, you can keep it. I don't want.
Woo! Sounds like Mary's up there around. Yes, she is. She's in Minnesota. It's 0 up there. That's
Mm-mm.
close to Paul, isn't it?
Yes, I think so. I
Now
believe
talk about
Paul's
hockey.
Iowa.
Talk about hockey and ice skating, Skipper. There you go. Minnesota, I think, would be a good place for that.
Oh no, Miss Tracy. Her kitchen pipes are frozen.
Whose are?
Miss
Tracy's is?
Tracy.
Oh my God, I hate that. I've only had it happen a couple of times, but my goodness, it was a pain. Of course, I can just see Skipper's pipes freezing out there in the desert.
Kiko said they finally hit double digits. It's now 10 degrees.
Wow.
Or yeah.
He must be at the house getting ready to jump on the computer.
But both of our Miss Tammy Pearson, one that gifted memberships this morning in your chat,
Yes, ma'am.
has frozen water again.
Wow. Sorry to hear that, young lady. Thank you again for gifting the memberships.
Hi, Billy Mom. Yes, more filings, but this time it's from Randy Rocket.
My adventures in home brewing. Now, you sound like a channel right up my alley there. I mean, I'm all about the spirits. I don't do the home brewing, but I do the home distilling. That hillbilly in Florida stuff.
That is
Oh,
not what I
there's
want.
there's our girl Lilu, Georgie. Storm and beer. Another brewer in here. Wow.
Oh, see, y'all got Coop all kind of squirrel.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy.
Can one of my moderating mods slow the chat for me by like 10 seconds, please?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah.
It's moving right along. I know I got 40. You got 44 on your. No, I got 44, and you got probably 250.
No.
82.
Mike has 97 in his.
Oh, I don't even have. Did Mike pair?
Yes, I
Oh,
have 82 on my side, and Coop, you got 43.
I've got to go get Mike pulled up. Boy, he's right up there.
Everybody loves Mikey.
Yeah, probably some of his hater fan club spying on him.
That too.
Oh well, they can spy.
But they got Paul and Jen over there, and ain't neither one of them gonna take no crap. So
Nope.
they are not the mods to play with.
Hey, did you get a chance to read the stuff I sent you from was it Carol?
I have not. I had literally got in my room and was talking to the husband when I got all these documents, and I had to run right back in here to the desk.
Yep, there's Skipper. That's 2 days ago. I wonder if he's got his self streaming right now. I don't know.
There
if
we
he
go.
knows.
I should be all set now.
Yeah, you're over on Rumble, right?
I'm streaming
No.
on Rumble,
Yep.
Twitter.
I got
Yep.
you. I got you.
It shows he's on X, Facebook, and YouTube. You are on Facebook and YouTube.
You guys got me good right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds
Yeah, I'd be coming
fantastic.
good. Where I was at, I had crappy service. You guys were roboting on me bad, so I knew coming in here I could connect to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, you
There you
didn't
go.
head home.
We started early, so I was like, "Oh, I'll just pull in here. I'll be able to see it because I'll full screen everything."
Okay. I thought you were heading home. And we'll put Timothy's stuff over on your Rumble.
Hi, Kat. I haven't seen
And
you in a while.
Skipper Man, I'll also put Tim's GoFundMe on yours, but you'll have to pin it if you want it pinned. There you go.
Do that.
Tim, Mr. Timothy,
Yep, I'm pinning it
his
now.
GoFundMe. There you go.
All right, guys. Randy is on it today. Oh, Mikey, did Max send you the
Yep.
documents?
Yep.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Da, 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 da.
Oh, he must have left me off the list.
Max, can you send that over to Koopy too, please?
Well, I really don't need them, but
We got part of the deposition of Amanda Martin. This could be good.
Yes, this is gonna be good. We got evidence in this one.
We got emails.
We got emails. We got partial depot of Amanda Martin.
unless he sent it to my business page, but I don't think he did. But yeah, he must have. He might have. Nope.
Hello, Jeanette and Bill. How's it going?
Uh-huh.
Miss Nancy.
Ooh, these emails are with whatnot.
Oh, is it? Quit ruining it for me.
I'm just taking quick looks. I have not read them. Just taking quick looks.
That's all I did is I glanced over it. I like to get the first reaction with chat when we read it.
Oh yeah. It's much more natural.
It's so much more fun getting our reaction with the chat's reaction.
What?
Robert, it's a long story. A lot of insurance companies don't pay for motorized scooters.
Yeah, if it's not a necessary treatment, they don't. A lot won't pay for it. And the VA is giving him a hard time because he's a National Guardsman.
Oh.
Everyone assumes the VA will just fix everything. They are horrible.
There is 313 watching total through all of our platforms.
Nice. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I see a lot of regulars. I saw you guys had some newbies jumping in earlier today.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
They all took Coop by surprise this morning, and he's been a loss for words ever since. Y'all go show Coop all the love. He deserves it just as much as we do.
All right.
Alrighty, skippers. So this is a response to defendant's second motion to dismiss under FRCP 12B1 for lack of subject matter jurisdiction. Doc 67.
So just a response. This is not an order. It's just a response.
Yes, this is from Randy. And this one is 11 pages, but we have even more on top of it all. So, Plaintiff Jeremy Bryan Hills, in accordance with Local Rule 7.1E, responds to defendant's second motion to dismiss under FRCP 12B1 for lack of subject matter jurisdiction, and states, defendants seek a second bite at the apple by following the second motion to dismiss, attacking the amount in controversy only. Defendants argue that the amount in controversy can no longer be satisfied due to the dismissal of plaintiff's extortion count and plaintiff's purported admissions. The motion should be denied as it is plainly without merit. The existence or non-existence of the amount in controversy required for subject matter jurisdiction is determined on the basis of the facts and circumstances as of the time that an action is commenced in a federal court under an easily stated, well-settled principle. Reflected in cases throughout the federal courts, the existence or non-existence of the amount in controversy required for subject matter jurisdiction is determined on the basis of the facts and the circumstances as of the time that an action is commenced in federal court. 14B, Charles Allen Wright and Arthur Art Miller, Federal Practice and Procedure 3706. Lloyd v. Facebook Incorporated, the dismissal of the extortion count does not defeat diversity jurisdiction at this stage of the case. Events occurring after the filing of the complaint that reduced the amount recoverable below the requisite amount do not oust the court from jurisdiction. Subsequent amendments to the complaint or dismissal of certain claims, even if they reduce the demand to below $75,000, do not ordinarily oust diversity jurisdiction as long as the original demand was made in good faith. Federal Practice Guide 2, 1799. At 2C90, citing St. Paul Mercury and Dim Co. at 294.96. See also Budget Rent-A-Car Incorporated. A claim made in excess of the requisite amount made in good faith in the complaint satisfies the jurisdictional requirement. Events occurring after the filing of the complaint that reduce the amount recoverable below the requisite amount do not oust the court jurisdiction. Citations omitted. This court has already determined that the original demand was made in good faith.
You want me to pick up?
Yeah,
What was that?
go ahead.
Okay. There are few accusations that could be more harmful to a person than false accusations of sexually abusing others, especially children. That is particularly true when falsely accused persons' business and source of income are directly tied to the number of people who view, support, and subscribe to his social media content. It is not difficult to see how being falsely accused of rape children, along with other defamatory statements defendants have allegedly made, could cause plaintiff to suffer damages in excess of $75,000. And that's the Moore v. Senate Majority PAC of 2023. Refusing to set aside an $8.2 million defamation jury verdict where the defendant falsely stated in public advertisements that the plaintiff had solicited underage girls for X, Lustig v. Stone, awarding the plaintiff $700,000 in damages for defamation where the defendant referred to the plaintiff publicly as an adult predator and like a child molester who had mastermind and attempted premeditated murder. When the possible actual damages are combined with the possible treble damages and the possible reasonable attorney's fees, the court easily finds it is more than likely than not that the amount in controversy exceeds $75,000. 2. This motion should not be well taken. Even the statement in paragraph 19, which focuses on repeated defamatory posts which the plaintiff has seen, was made in good faith. In fact, plaintiff's statements about defendant's defamatory social media posts he has seen has evidentiary value and is uncontroverted. It is axiomatic that troubling social media posts, such as those which assume someone of being any kind of child predator, would be deleted by the publisher. In fact, defendant Preston has already deleted her entire Facebook group called Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors, which, prior to being deleted, contained, i.e., social media posts from defendant Preston to plaintiff that stated, 1. I am not a whore, Jeremy. I have never slept around. That's why I was married so often. That's your defense? Okay. 2. John is his own man. I don't know why Jeremy attacks me due to John's behavior when he knows the truth. Number 3. We do not live in filth or a garage dump. Number 4. I do not and have not ever beat my baby daughter. Shame on you, Jeremy. Number 5. John is not an ex-offender or pedophile, but I find it funny you hang out with men that are, and you yourself are disgusting towards children, mainly focusing on little girls' crotches. Number 6. I'm my own person. See Exhibit 1, emphasis added. Defendant alleges that plaintiff fabricated these allegations, quote unquote, out of thin air. In reality, defendant Preston made her defamatory statements about the plaintiff disappear into thin air, and discovery continues. This shows that the motion should not be well taken, as it simply would permit a party who's already been shown to delete their own posts and entire Facebook group made in social media to falsely claim that their opponent is being untruthful when they state that they saw defamatory posts before they were deleted by the publisher. Furthermore, the complaint does not hinge on whether or not repeated posts were made. Regarding the motion's claim that plaintiff cannot identify a single person who saw the defamatory signs other than Zim Paget, Therese Granger, or Stephen Granger. Defendant's counsel disproved this himself recently in a deposition of Miss Amanda Martin, defendant Preston's court-appointed victim advocate, an employee of the 8th Judicial Circuit in the state of Florida, who testified that she saw the signs when social media posts and links to those defamatory signs were sent to her by 2 different people via email. See transcript attached as exhibit number 2. Regarding anyone directly containing Whatnot Inc. to use defamatory statements to interfere with plaintiff's relationship with Whatnot Inc., again, defendant's counsel has recently provided such evidence. This occurred Monday, February 17, 2025, when defendant's counsel emailed Mr. Cam, a Whatnot representative, and stated, quote, Mr. Cam, should you know that you are dragging him and his company into your client's scam of contrived litigation to create YouTube content for your client's storylines, Mr. Cam may be interested to learn that as part of you and your client's litigation scam that you are now trying to involve Whatnot in he committed perjury to trick the federal court into exercising jurisdiction by filing a false affidavit, stating my clients made and were making online posts calling him a child redditor constantly and ongoing to this day, and that as counsel, you did nothing to confirm whether there were any such online posts before you signed the motion opposition that relied on that perjured statement. Hey, they spelled it correctly. I would think that any company would want to know if one of their prominent customers who regularly promotes his business with them is falsely using them to support fake lawsuits. See Exhibit 3. Defendant also purported to know that there were 41 minutes of daylight before the signs were removed. Document number 68. This is evidence that defendants are protesting too much. From Shakespeare's play The Hamlet. Thou dost protest too much.
Because only someone who knew the date and time when these defamatory road signs were placed would make such a statement.
Yes. You take it?
3. Defendant's case law citations are unavailing at best and misleading at worst. Defendants rely on Shanahan v. Cowhill, but this is easily distinguished from this case. Shanahan involved a case where, after other counts were eliminated, the sole remaining count was for an amount certain in liquidated damages, which irrefutably fell below the minimum amount in controversy threshold. The trial court felt compelled to dismiss all of the plaintiff's claims when one count was eliminated and the remaining liquidated damages totaled less than $50,000. Shanahan v. Cowhill. Nevertheless, the Fourth Circuit reversed the lower court's judgment and remanded and held that the lower court had discretion to retain the remaining counts. Defendants also purport to quote from Rosado v. Wyman by stating, using quotes, in particular, it is important to consider whether the amount claimed in the complaint was made in good faith or whether plaintiff was consciously relying on flimsy grounds to get into federal court. Doc 68, emphasis in defendant's motion. However, upon reading pages 404 to 405 of the opinion in Rosado v. Wyman, the purported quotation does not exist. Oh.
Did he use AI?
On remand, the district court correctly considered mootness a factor affecting its discretion, not its power, and balanced the policy considerations that have spawned the doctrine of pendency and the countervailing policy of federalism, the extent of the investment of judicial energy, and the character of the claim. Not only had there been hearings and argument prior to dismissal of the constitutional claim, but the statutory question is so essentially one of federal policy that the argument for exercise of pendent jurisdiction is particularly strong. United Mine Workers v. Gibbs. So that I'm like you, did he use AI? Because
If it's
that didn't
making,
exist.
if there's a quote, AI will screw things up and take a document where that's cited and will quote that document as if it's the citation. So I'm wondering if he used AI uh, to write his motion.
Or did he Google it and he got it from the wrong?
I would think with Google he'd be able to catch that himself, but with AI,
This is
it's
come on
just,
now. You giving Bubbles a little more credit than most people would.
well, there's already been attorneys who've used AIs who've gotten burned this exact same way.
This is true.
There were false things getting put into motions, and when they were caught, oh yeah,
What is that A word?
analga, analogize, analogize.
Analogize. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Dismissal for mootness to dismissal for want of substantial claim and rely on language in United Mine Workers v. Gibbs to the effect that a federal court should not pass on a state claim when the federal claim falters at the threshold and is dismissed before trial. 383 U.S. at 726. The argument would appear to be that once a federal court loses power over the jurisdiction conferring claim, it may not consider a pendent claim. They contend that mootness, like insubstantiality, is a threshold jurisdictional defect. Whether or not the view that an insubstantial federal question does not confer jurisdiction, a maximum more ancient than analytically sound, should now be held to mean that a district court should be considered without discretion, as opposed to power to hear a pendent claim. We think the respondent's analogy fails. Unlike insubstantiality, which is apparent at the outset, mootness, frequently a matter beyond the control of the parties, may not occur till after substantial time and energy have been expended looking toward the resolution of a dispute that the plaintiffs were entitled to bring in a federal court. We are not willing to defeat the common sense policy of pendent jurisdiction, the conservation of judicial energy, and the avoidance of multiplicity of litigation by a conceptual approach that would require jurisdiction over the primary claim at all stages. As a prerequisite. Come on, I know this word, but it's not coming out of my mouth.
Prerequisite.
Thank you. I know it. It just wasn't wanting to come out. I was getting tongue-tied. To resolution of the pendent claim, the court has shunned this view. See Moore v. New York Cotton Exchange and Hearn v. Ellsler.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Rosado v. Wyman, 397 U.S. 397 403-405.
Pretty much this has already been litigated way before and accepted in the case law that when you file something, it's under good faith. And just because the amount of damages may dip later doesn't automatically mean, okay, well, it's no longer a federal question anymore. We need to take it out. That's not how it works. And that's what he's trying to do.
Right.
The particular words that the motion relies upon when citing Rosado v. Wyman as being in support of their motion do not exist in the cited Rosado v. Wyman opinion. Consciously relying on flimsy grounds to get into federal court appears nowhere in the cited Rosado v. Wyman opinion. Consciously does not appear in the cited Rosado v. Wyman opinion. Relying on flimsy grounds does not appear in the cited Rosado v. Wyman opinion. Good faith does not appear in the cited Rosado v. Wyman opinion. Defendants have obviously fabricated these phrases from the whole cloth while presenting them as purportedly being from the United States Supreme Court opinion. Exceptionally, defendants' use of a quotation mark misleads the court to thinking that it is a direct quote from the cited opinion. This also should not be well taken. Moreover, this is not the first time defendants have done this while attempting to argue the minimum amount in controversy. 9. Defendant has made a bare bones allegation that the complainant has, quote, no allegation establishing the minimum amount in controversy for federal diversity jurisdiction motion at page 3. Number 10. In doing so, defendant misstates and misrepresents the law to this court by citing to an opinion which does not exist. 11. Defendant's misrepresentation should not be well taken by this court. The motion states, see Lee Memorial Health System v. Lexington Insurance Company. Other than the conclusatory statement in paragraph 2, there is no factual basis for the court to conclude the jurisdictional amount is satisfied in this case. However, the document from that case from March 7, 2019, contains no such statement and is simply an order denying consolidation. Oh.
Oh, bubbles, bubbles, bubbles.
We're just going to make stuff up as we go.
Yeah. See Doc 8 and Doc 9, emphasis in original. See also Doc 54 at 15N1. Even if defendants had not misquoted from Rosado v. Wyman, the opinion is nowhere near analogous to the facts in this case. This is because Rosado v. Wyman, the Supreme Court held that the district court retained jurisdiction over a pending claim after it declared moot a constitutional claim. Rosado v. Wyman is not based on diversity jurisdiction and the amount in controversy. In fact, the insubstantiality addressed in the cited Rosado v. Wyman was that of a federal question, not the amount in controversy. Conclusion. For the reasons above, it is respectfully requested that defendant's second motion to dismiss under FRCP 12B1 for lack of subject matter jurisdiction be denied. And then
I'd like to cite to the historic Malarkey v. El Toro Manure Company of 1912.
oh, look at that screenshot there. Jeremy, this is the one he cited, but Jeremy shared this on his community post the other day. It's almost as if Jeremy gives us Easter eggs throughout the week.
He's very good at giving us, just a taste of everything tantalizing, and then, doing a video about it later. So then you get the payoff.
So should we do the Amanda Martin first or the emails first? I say we do Amanda Martin.
So as I look through, it's Amanda Martin, Bruce Matskin, and Attorney Shochet. Who wants to play who?
You can be Bubbles. My brain is not built for reading Bubbles today.
You want to be Amanda?
Yeah. Hey, Koopy.
Yo.
You want to play a role? It's
What?
very short.
You can
I
be
can't
Randy.
even read. I can't even see it.
Well, I'll get it there. You get to play Randy. It's a very short. So it says, whereupon Amanda Martin acknowledged having duly sworn to tell the truth and testified upon his or her oath as follows. And then there's Mr. Shochet.
In your office, did you hear about any road signs around town in Otter Creek?
No.
You just heard there was a case.
Yes.
Cross-examination. Do you have any knowledge about road signs, handwritten signs calling Mr. Hales a child rapist?
To be very honest, only through some of the YouTubes that have been sent to me since all this. I didn't know anything about any of that when this was going on, so just since that.
And since then, what compromises your knowledge about this topic? Is it just seeing YouTube videos?
That is it.
on your own, or say that people send them to you?
Yeah, I did not go and look at that.
Who do you receive? Who do you receive YouTube like links from that prompt you watch that prompt you to watch something?
I could not tell you by name. I just have some very bored friends in life that's just what they do.
They thought you might be interested, so they'll send it along to you, particularly with this whole "what the hail bad neighbor."
I call it a saga, but yeah,
What do you call it?
I call it a saga.
So you don't have any knowledge other than what you just described, just watching some clips on YouTube.
Yeah, and very minimal of that. I don't have any knowledge of any signs. And then
That's
there's the
all right, yeah.
certificate of the reporter. And then we got emails.
Now remember, with emails, you gotta start down at the bottom.
Is it at the bottom?
Yeah, the ones at the top are most recent. So the one that starts "Hello, Mr. Cam" would be the first email.
I don't know. I think he might have put them in order.
Oh, did he? Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. Yep. Okay. So start at the top. There you go.
It said it's subject whatnot contracts from Bruce Maskin as of Monday,
Wait, no,
February.
no, 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 no. The top one is at 9:25. The one down at the bottom is at 8:19. So yeah, they are from the bottom up.
Oh. Okay. So it says from bubbles to whatnot?
This bottom
No,
one is
this is
from Randy to whatnot.
yeah. It says hello, Mr. Cam. I represent Jeremy Hells. Mr. Hells is a plaintiff in a federal lawsuit in which the defendants have requested that the agreements between my client and whatnot be produced. The contract, as you know, requires the written consent of whatnot in order to be produced and also requires it to be produced pursuant to a court order. We currently don't have a court order, although I have suggested to my opponent, Attorney Maskin, copied here, that we simply agree to such an order. There has been no proposed agreed order from my opponent. Attorney Maskin has requested that our firm draft a confidentiality agreement, and we will be doing so this week. We anticipate this will be signed, but please advise as to the written consent of whatnot. Thank you, and if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to contact me.
So who thinks that this disclosure thing will get it leaked?
Well,
Which
that's what I think the court order, why it has not been drafted yet, is because it's going to say who can release what and to who.
And then this is from Bruce an hour later. It says, Mr. Shochet, I do not know what
Machinations.
you are orchestrating by copying me on this communication. I have no obligation to provide a proposed order of confidentiality, although I did specifically provide a stipulation to maintain confidentiality in writing. But you ignored that because your purpose has been to exploit the issue of the production of this contract for as long as possible in order to waste time and create issues for court motions to generate YouTube content. Mr. Cam should know that you are dragging him and his company into your client's scam of contrived litigation to create YouTube content for your client's storylines. Mr. Cam may be interested to learn that as part of your and your client's litigation scam that you're now trying to involve whatnot in. He committed perjury to trick the federal court into exercising jurisdiction by filing a false affidavit stating my client's made and were making online posts calling him a child predator constantly and ongoing to this day. And that is, as counsel, you did nothing to confirm whether there were any such online posts before you signed the motion opposition that relied on that perjured statement.
You're just trying to get that in front of whatnot.
Mm-hmm. I would think any company would want to know if one of their prominent customers who regularly promotes his business with them is falsely using them to support fake lawsuits. I invite Mr. Cam to reply here stating whether he or anyone at Whatnot has any information about either of my clients, John Cook or Michelle Preston, contacting Whatnot, or anyone else contacting Whatnot for the purpose of attempting to interfere with Jeremy Hill's / What the Hell's business with Whatnot. If Mr. Cam or someone on behalf of Whatnot would call me so I may inquire about that single question, I think there would be no need for me to subpoena him or Whatnot for documents or deposition. Mr. Cam may reach me at, if he prefers, I invite him to call me along with Whatnot's legal representative, or to forward my name and number to the appropriate person to contact me. An informal call should be all that is necessary to avoid further involvement in this nonsense that you are trying to cause with your email.
All his email stated was, "There's no court order. Please wait until there is one."
Yeah.
Wow. So, okay. He's continuing to be I don't want to say aggressive. Just like what's the term I'm looking for?
I was going with aggressive, so.
Confrontational, I guess I'd say.
Yeah.
Confrontational with Jeremy Shochet over things that do not need to be confrontational. He's making up quotes.
Oh, boy. Since this has already been sent to the judge, within minutes of us getting these documents, it has already been sent to the judge to respond to. So, this should be interesting.
Yes, it should. I wonder, we should have some answers from the judge besides the one we've already got, right?
Should be.
Because isn't there more motions that Bubblehead?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're at number. Let's see, what number is this? This is number.
We've got like 5 or 6 that he needs to respond to.
This is number 80 of everything that's been, of all the events in the federal court. But here's the thing. The judge can take his time on these if he chooses to. I don't get that from this judge, but he could.
Yeah, there's certain ones that he can choose to sit on, but if the clerk immediately sends it to the judge, then he has to respond to those pretty quick.
Craziness.
Where like this one we just read has already been sent to McDreamy. McDreamy will have to respond to it pretty quickly.
So,
if you guys are on my channel, make sure you're subscribing to Coop and Georgie. I see Coop's got the link. I'll pin that.
So Bubbles actually reached out to Whatnot.
Yeah.
And Randy reached out to Whatnot, but Bubbles is saying that Randy shouldn't be reaching out to Whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his client.
He's saying that Randy's interfering by Randy saying, "Hey, don't produce anything until there's a court order. This is a legal matter." And Bubbles is saying, "Oh no, you can just call me."
Nah.
Wow, he defames Jeremy in the email. It's mind blowing.
Yeah.
If there is a confidentiality thing written up, you can bet that Bubbles, who's going to be the first one to release something that's not supposed to be released?
Exactly.
Because they're itching so bad on that side of the fence to show what Jeremy's literally making. They will use this to attack him.
Nemesis. Today is the day that Bruce is supposed to have his stuff turned in by the end of the day today.
So is it the end of day, meaning work day, or midnight?
I think midnight. I don't think there's, because a lot of this stuff can be uploaded online, so
Yeah.
they tend to give all the lawyers as much leeway as possible. Same thing if you were mailing something in, it would if it's postmarked today, they'll accept it.
So who wants to take bets on him waiting to email this by 11:59 p.m. tonight?
Which is he has to do it by Central Time because it's
Right?
it's
That's
based in
slower.
Central Time. Yeah.
That's going to be hilarious if he doesn't remember to do that because he's on Eastern Time. So 12 o'clock his time would be, well, no, it'd be earlier Central.
Midnight Eastern Time would still be 11 p.m.
Yeah,
Central.
so he's until 1 in the morning.
So his timing has till 1 a.m., but he has to have it by midnight Central Time.
So that would actually give him an extra hour, being he lives in Eastern Time. In other words, if he filed at 12 o'clock his time, it would only be 11 o'clock Central Time.
Exactly.
And again, the judges normally give attorneys lots of leeway. Now, here's the problem where Bruce is shooting himself. There's all this discovery. He has to have it all in by tonight.
Mhm.
So is he going to then say, "Oh, I couldn't get it all in," and then have an excuse?
I mean, he was court ordered, and the judge already said
Yeah.
he will make them come in if it's not turned in.
Yeah.
So
Again, we go back to he's just annoying the judge. Even waiting till today, I would say is a tactical mistake.
mhm.
Well, he's trying to drag out as much time as he can. He's
all that time he's wasted on filing yet another dismissal, and
Had he
that other
filed-
one he's wasting time.
Had he filed some stuff last week and then filed some stuff this week and then said, "Oh, Your Honor, it's just taking a lot of time," I think the court would be like, "Okay, yeah, I'll give you an extension of time," but to not file anything and then go
At
to the
all.
deadline.
and see, that's what I don't understand. Why is he trying to waste time now? We're so far out. He really isn't wasting any time.
Exactly.
I mean, if we were closer to the trial date, yeah, I could see him trying to, push things as far as he could. But shit, we're what, 6 months out, right, Georgie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, them two had it out.
Yeah, this is like Stark. Oh, I can't make that thing at the last minute because I have health problems. Really? You've had months. You didn't the health problems just now came in, and none of his health problems are things that are immediate need. It's all stuff that probably have been there for a while, and he's just putting it all off.
Heroes is at it again, Koopy.
Oh my goodness.
Congratulations, Digistorm.
Thank you, heroes. Thank you.
I don't know about your guys' channel, but we got 300 on mine. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to Coop and Georgie.
The 230 of you that are on my side, I want you all to go to Coop's. Every single one of you. Go give Coop love. Bert Coop has a Sonconyer and blue.
Quaker, blue Quaker.
Yes.
And they were having it out a while ago.
Yeah, they were.
Well, Mama's asleep on the couch. So Tickles was wanting in Mama's shirt. And Blue don't like it when she goes in Mama's shirt because then he can't have his time with her.
Mm-hmm.
So they got into it. But they're okay now. Blue's playing. Tickles is eating. So how many platforms you got going over there, Georgie?
Just Rumble and YouTube.
There you go. You never did make your Facebook business page, did you?
I have not. I've not had time.
It's all that rabbit hole stuff. We're going to definitely have to look into what Carol sent us today. Is it Carol?
Miss Shirley says she saw a few minutes of the hate channel last night, and they're spinning it around that the denial is good for them because all of these motions, the judge is going to agree, no trial. Oh dear Lord, bless their
That's
hearts.
not how that works at all.
How many spins have they done, and every one of them has been fabricated? Not one of them has come true.
In a case like this, it's up to the plaintiff if there's going to be a jury trial or a bench trial.
Holy
Right.
cow. Brett, where are you at? You got 14 Sun Conyers? My God, that's got to be one loud house.
Bert.
Four.
14 Conyers. Wow. He said he recognized the squawk.
Oh yeah. She's usually pretty good, but when they get to fussing, they she gets loud. But for the most part, she's pretty quiet compared to what I've heard in the past. But yeah, Bubbles, the fleas, I don't understand their logic. Why they keep lying. The only people who believe them are their fools in their chat. So
They've been repeatedly debunked on things.
I mean, yeah, it's so easily proving them wrong is just I don't know. I don't get it. They're just well, yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. They have figured out exactly how the grift works. So as long as they keep spoon feeding all their drama to their fools in their chat, the fools in the chat keep giving them money. They're grifting like crazy.
Just the observer. Yeah, I saw where Fat Boy is attacking Doreen.
Who that?
Stupid Dave is attacking Doreen.
For what? All she does is write motions most of the time.
That's all they've got is to be able to attack people.
But what could
Yeah.
they possibly attack her on?
Hey, I'm going to jump off here, but this will still be paired.
Right.
I've got to take care of a couple things.
All right, brother.
Okay.
All right, we'll be good.
Thank you for helping us.
We won't ruin your reputation.
Actually, you know what? I'll stick around. I'll mute for a bit. So if you need me, I'll still be here.
Okay.
All right.
Paul. Yeah, never mind. Jen got it.
Man, I have got to get her in the house. She just will not hush.
Well, get her. They like their pants on fire. They gave her. She got one bad review, and they're up. Yeah, see. They're so dumb.
One bad review. How many does Shochet or not Shochet? How many does Stark have?
And Bubbles.
And Bubbles?
Bubbles is in trouble with the bar.
Doreen has one pissed off person that leaves a review, and they want to nitpick that.
Yeah.
You better make sure your closet's clean before you go opening somebody else's.
Some filing she did in December of 24 sounds like a fake review. Probably.
Most likely. If it's on Facebook, it's probably fake. Because that's the one thing about Facebook I do not like when it comes to reviews. Anyone can leave a review, and it
It's the
does
same
not.
thing with Google.
Right. And this person might not have ever had contact with her and leave a bad review.
Did you guys see they went back to that old thing of saying that because the CPO's involved, that if Lynette becomes either on the board or the clerk, it means Jeremy can't come to town hall?
That's not how the PPO works.
No, that's not how it works.
if it worked like that, every city councilman who has a citizen they don't like, they would do something to get a restraining order and then be like, "Oh, well, you can't come to city hall now." Not at all how it works.
It's the only way she's going to be able to get Jeremy not to come, just like you said, Mikey. She's going to have to get the town is going to have to take out a restraining order on Jeremy to keep him away. I don't see the town doing that.
They can't get something like that. He can't even be trespassed unless he breaks the law at town hall. Only way
Right.
that'll happen. And that's never happened.
She
Miss-
might as well give it up. She's even if she gets voted on, she's going to have to leave. So she and what'd you say the other day, Georgie? 3 times she doesn't show up for 3 meetings and she's automatically off the board.
Yeah. Miss Sharon, you can reach Mike on X at Veteran Nation, or you can reach him on Facebook as Veteran Nation.
That will definitely be interesting because the police already know after the last time she showed up, when George showed up, they know for a fact now that those people are not supposed to be around George and Jeremy.
Yeah.
So if she does, by some stroke of luck, win a seat on the council and she shows up, are they going to make her leave? Or are they just going to sit there like they did last time till she just decides to leave?
The way it's supposed to work is she's supposed to leave because he's the victim, she's the defendant.
Right. But what I'm saying is now
But we
the
all know how
police-
Levy County is.
right. The police know what the damn restraining order says now. So are they going to make her leave or they just going to wait until the meeting's over and then show up?
I don't know.
But that's going to be to Jeremy's defense. I mean, if she doesn't leave and she tries sitting on that board with him sitting in that audience, that's contempt of court.
Yep.
So it would be better on her if the police showed up and told her to leave. In my opinion, anyway.
I don't think she'll get it, but
I don't either. You've got 8 people running for 4 seats. So I don't think she's as popular as she thinks she is in that town. And of course, you got both trailer parks now. What's that, Skipper?
Oh, I was just going to say, for one thing that I saw, it didn't look like she qualified for the ballot. I can't say that for sure. She may have taken the paperwork and just not filled it out. Maybe she did, and they just haven't updated everything yet.
Oh, that's right. It has to be online, doesn't it? Doesn't everybody that runs for a seat have to have their stuff it's put on the election board's website? I'm getting tongue tied.
since we have 530 people watching, Coop, I'm going to read this about that article that you received from Miss Carol this morning. There's an article from Minneapolis concerning Lynette's mother, Marcia. And Lynette, it said she went bankrupt $60,000 trying to get her grandchildren away from her daughter. DCS was involved. She said her grandchildren were being abused, actually abused, tied to doorknobs and abused, made to wear adult women's lingerie clothing, and tied socks into knots and stuffed down their throats to stop them from screaming. It was her first marriage. So Lynette's this happened during Lynette's first marriage. Now Lynette was in the system, so how the hell did she supposedly adopt a baby? This newspaper article needs to be spread. So let's see if we can find it. Shall we? Where is Minneapolis? Thank you, Billy, Mom.
I was just fixing to say that. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's go over here. Oh, don't you come near me after you attacking me.
I don't get it either, Cynthia. Or not Cynthia. I can't. Miss Crosby. There you go.
Selena.
Selena. I can't figure it out either. I mean, as much as this woman has done in her lifetime, you're going to tell me that she does not have a criminal record somewhere? I just can't believe she is that smart to be able to keep herself out of trouble. Somewhere under some name, she has got to have been in trouble somewhere. Oh, you need Georgie's page? It's right here. Just a second. There it is. Okay, I don't know what chat you're in, so I'm going to put it in all three. Here's Georgie's page for the person asking. So whatever chat you were in, I think you're probably in Mikey's, but if not, here is Georgie's link to her YouTube channel. And why did it not come up? Oh, I'm way up there. That's why. Heroes. You hunting down the rabbit hole there, Georgie?
I am trying, but I am not finding anything.
Thank you, Tim. Right, Shirley? It's mind-blowing that the kind of person she is, that there's got to be something out there other than what's been dug up so far. I mean, I literally think, in my opinion, that the adoption is a sham. She did it at just the right time when all that COVID nonsense was going on. That way, family services really didn't dive into things. But if you want to think about it, to get around a lot of the loopholes, they did it kind of smart.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Pause.
Yo. What?
Oh, man. We have more answers from McDreamy, but it's not one we want.
On?
Summary judgment.
Oh, he denied it?
Wow, we're here, chat.
well, Mike, he's told us over and over that it's very hard for somebody to get stuff.
While all 533 of you are watching, we have an order breaking from Judge McDreamy. It has to do with Shochet filing for the summary judgment. It says, presently before the court are plaintiff's motions for summary judgment as to defendants' counterclaims and supporting memoranda. Docs 73, 74, 75, 76, and 77. For the reasons below, the court will strike plaintiffs' motions for summary judgment and supporting memoranda. After their motion to dismiss was granted in part, Doc 63 defendants answered plaintiff's complaint on February 8th, 25, Doc 69 and 70. In their answers, defendants asserted 3 counterclaims against plaintiff, including 1, intentional infliction of emotional distress, 2, unauthorized use of defendant's likeness under Florida stat, and 3, common law invasion of privacy by unauthorized publication of defendant's likeness. Doc 69 at 9 through 12, Doc 70 at 9 through 12. A mere 3 days after defendants asserted their counterclaims, plaintiff filed motions for summary judgment and supporting memoranda, primarily arguing that defendants' counterclaims fell for lack of evidence. Doc 73, 74, 75, 76, 77. The deadline to file dispositive motions in this case, including motions for summary judgment, is April 28th, 25, Doc 37 at 2. Yet, both sides, plaintiff and defendants, have now filed summary judgment motions before the full development of a record as to the claims and counterclaims at issue. The court is concerned that both parties are filing early summary judgment motions with plans to file more summary judgment motions later in the litigation. Because it consumes substantial judicial and litigant resources early in the game, this piecemeal strategy of filing motions for summary judgment near the inception of the claims is highly disfavored. See Middlegate Dev, LLP v. Bede No, Civ A. See also Allstate Corp v. Zimmerman. We certainly do not approve in general the piecemeal consideration of successive motions for summary judgment, since defendants might well normally be held to the requirement that they present their strongest case for summary judgment. There's a footnote, we'll come back to it. When the matter is first raised, Tibbetts Lumber Co. LLC v. Amerisure Insurance. In this circuit, successive motions for summary judgment are disfavored. Footnote 1 says, Fifth Circuit decisions issued on or before September 30th, 1981 are binding precedent in the 11th Circuit, Bonner v. City of Pritchard, Alabama, 11th Circuit. In this circuit, successive motions for summary judgment are disfavored. Other federal courts routinely prohibit successive summary judgment motions and provide litigants with one attempt at summary judgment. Footnote 2. And while successive motions for summary judgment are not prohibited by federal rules or controlling case law, a second motion for summary judgment is not permitted as of right, because successive motions promote piecemeal adjudication and erode judicial economy. Mackenzie Horton v. United Airlines. Footnotes 2 says CSD Florida Lock R 561E. Filing and service of multiple motions for partial summary judgment is prohibited absent prior permission of the court. See also Middlegate Dev LLP at 11N26, stating the defendants who filed an early summary judgment motion will not be afforded a second bite at the summary judgment apple to raise arguments and present evidence that they could and should have submitted earlier but did not. McCabe v. Bailey. Enforcing a one summary judgment motion per party rule to conserve scarce judicial resources, prevent repetitive motions, and forestall potential abuse of Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 56. This court has discretion to require parties to present their arguments in a single motion for summary judgment. Stating that a second motion for summary judgment is not prohibited when the judge allows such a motion. Awadia v. Ross University School of Medicine. Acknowledging the presumption against successive summary judgment motions, the court has the inherent power to maintain control over its docket, to ensure effective justice and prevent congestion. Young v. City of Palm Bay, Florida. Because successive motions for summary judgment are disfavored and not allowed as of right and piecemeal litigation wastes precious judicial resources. The court will exercise its inherent power to strike plaintiffs' motions for summary judgment and supporting memoranda, stating that successive motions for summary judgment are disfavored and allowed only with the court's permission, and striking a plaintiff's successive motion for summary judgment under the court's inherent power. Absent express approval of court upon a showing of good cause, the parties in this case each will be allowed to file a single motion for summary judgment by the dispositive motions deadline. Footnote 3. See Awadia 2021 WL at 2, explaining that a good reason is needed for a district court to allow a second summary judgment motion. Any motion for summary judgment must comply with the word limit and evidentiary requirements set forth in the local rules. See Florida Law R56 1B. Setting an 800-word limit for summary judgment motions and requiring the moving party to file any supporting evidence not already in the record. Accordingly, it is ordered: 1. Plaintiff's motions for summary judgment and supporting memoranda are stricken. 2. Prior to dispositive motions deadline, plaintiff may file one summary judgment motion that addresses defendant's counterclaims and plaintiff's claims if plaintiff believes summary judgment is warranted on his own claims. We have a third footnote. The court previously denied a motion for summary judgment filed by defendants, Doc 64. In its order, the court stated that the denial was without prejudice to defendants filing a summary judgment motion at the close of discovery. That remains true. Defendants may file a single summary judgment motion by the dispositive motions deadline, which is tonight. Okay. Number 3, prior to the dispositive motions deadline, defendants may file one summary judgment motion that addresses plaintiff's claims and defendants' counterclaims if defendants believe summary judgment is warranted on their own counterclaims. Defendant's motion for summary judgment must comply with the federal rules of civil procedure and the local rules of Northern District of Florida. Number 4, no party may file additional motions for summary judgment without leave of the court upon a showing of good cause, so ordered this 19th day of February 25.
So it's basically the judge setting forth rules, what you can and can't do. I don't
Yeah,
think
he's stricken the summary judgment, and he's saying, no, everybody wait till the end and file it one time.
It's typical. I mean, hell, this is here. I'll show you this. Here you go. That if anybody's doesn't understand what summary judgment is, this will tell you really quick what it is.
A summary judgment is a court ruling that ends a lawsuit without a trial. It's a common way to resolve cases in federal court. So he's telling both parties, not just Rocket, but both parties, wait until all this stuff is turned in. And then,
holy shit. Okay, you're gone. This is
oh
Nation.
my, is he on?
They've already got him. They already got him.
Oh, I want to do it.
I don't know who got him, but I wouldn't have put him. Matter of fact, they put him in timeout. I just hit him from the channel, so that means P's on the block list, right?
Oh, I just learned something new.
What's that?
Oh, I can't do it. Mike would have to be the one to do it. Us hosts can block somebody from chat on our end in Restream.
Right.
I didn't know that.
And we are not even going to, oops, something went wrong. Try reloading. What happened? Are you messing around over there?
I don't know. I was trying to get rid of stupid comment. I will not address the drama in my chat, and you will not bring the drama to our chats. What just happened?
Look, there I am. There I am. Man,
What happened?
my chat went away. So I had to reload my whole browser.
Everything disappeared.
Yeah, I had
Something
to.
just like glitched.
Yeah, I reloaded, or whatever you call it, reloaded my
Yes,
screen.
Justin.
See, now I've got my chat back. So
Thank you. I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
That was weird.
But this individual can have fun over there with the lies.
Steve, the
Mike,
fishing Santa. Hello from Santa Steve from Columbia, South Carolina. Well, howdy there, sir. Now, back to what we were saying.
yeah, summary judgment. We were talking about that.
Yes. Before we got rudely interrupted.
Ignorance popped in the chat.
That's good, Miss Becky. I don't know what happened. It quit showing me Coop's connection and Skipper's connection. It like disappeared from Restream for a minute. I was like, what just happened? The paired channels disappeared. Coop disappeared. I don't know.
Well, I disappeared because I reloaded my screen
Oh,
because a window came up saying there was an error and my chat was completely gone. It just had a red box up there. Well, no matter how many times I hit reload, it would not reload the chat box. So I went
weird.
up and reloaded the whole page, and that's where you temporarily lost me.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It was weird. I hit I blocked that person from our end on Restream's end, and then all of a sudden it just went weird.
Might have been because both of us were
Doing
messing
it
with
at the
it.
same time. Yeah, probably.
Might have been because I don't know who timed him out, but I literally hit him from the channel and probably did it at the same time you did. So I don't know.
Are we back, chat? Miss Ruby said we froze for a second. So are we all back now? Can you all hear us?
No, Geo, we're not at war. We're at peace over here on our side.
No, I think he's meaning
I gotta.
I don't think he's talking about what you think he's talking about.
All right. All I know is we're not at war with anybody.
Because he said family, not a corporation.
Right.
But there will be no drama in Coop and I's chats, and it will not be tolerated. I will not address the drama, and you will not bring the drama to my chat and think you're going to get to sit there.
Becky, what's happening? What's happening?
Good deal. We're back. Maybe there was just a glitch in the system.
Might be. I mean, I know I'm getting rain down here real hard, and you never know what it could have been. You know what I mean?
Never know. 2 airplanes collide in air in Arizona.
What is up with all? Is it just that we don't notice all of these plane crashes, or are we just
No,
getting an outrageous number of them here lately?
It's weird. I've never seen this many. I've seen crashes, but not this many this close together.
You know, that's just like, okay, I'm this is completely off topic, but alligators, okay? I've said this 100 times. Swimming in the waters down here in Florida all my life, we never even thought about alligators. Now, 40 years later, I don't even think about going swimming in the fresh water because of these things.
Right?
It's because
Okay.
they're publicized more than what they were when I was growing up. So that's what I was asking about the plane crashes. Is it just that they're being more publicized than usual, or is this actually just an outrageous number of accidents happening at once?
I don't know. I don't feel like it's coincidental. That's for sure, because it's so much stuff is happening so close together. But that's also my conspiracy brain coming out. But I need to make a correction on something I said earlier. Today is compel deadline, not discovery deadline. I apologize for that, chat, but I am correcting it.
Right.
The discovery deadline is in April. Today is the deadline for the motion to compel, where Bruce was court ordered to turn it over.
Right. And
I knew what I was saying, but I just wasn't saying the right words. Mistakes happen.
Yeah, you got there eventually. You got it out. We're all good.
Be safe, Gio.
Have a good
great
one.
day.
Have a good one. As unless we have any more pressing news.
Thank you, Shirley. We appreciate you. We appreciate every single one of you. And I can speak for Skipper as well. He loves every single one of y'all that are in his chat as well. If it wasn't for our chatters, we would not exist. We'd be here. We'd just be talking to ourselves. That would be boring, wouldn't it, Coop?
Well, thank you. Yeah, it would. Thank you, Shirley, for making your rounds and hitting all them thumbs up buttons. That really means a lot. It helps YouTube push us out there to where we can find more family members. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean, Georgie?
Absolutely.
The
Two
bigger
deceased,
family we
two
can make.
small planes. Tuscan, Arizona. Just all kind of stuff keeps happening, Coopy.
Yeah, buddy. Yes. It just seems really odd that we're hearing more and more about plane crashes here lately.
Right?
I mean, my heart goes out to anyone involved in one of those horrendous, accidents. I mean, that's absolutely horrible to see something like that happen. But okay, young lady, I think I'm gonna head on off and go start dinner.
All right. Well, if we get anything else, you already know I'm gonna page you.
Yeah, I've got the do not disturb off now, so I'll hear it when it comes through.
Alrighty.
I didn't even put it on. Well, did I? Did I put it on during this stream? Better make sure.
I haven't heard it go off.
Yeah, I did put it on. Just in case it did go off. But it's off now, so.
Hero said, and because this is for you, he used Suno for the first time, made a song for his 13-year-old son. Thanks to you, Mr. Coop.
All right. I'm glad we could help. That's a fun thing. I mean, the one Georgie uses now, she pays for, and it's basically the same as Suno, but 10 times better.
Much better. So much better.
10 times better. And Suno works, but the one she's using, woo, man. But I hope he enjoyed it. I really hope he enjoyed it.
All right, guys. Coop and I are going to go take a break. Who knows? We may be back before this day is up. Make sure you are subscribed to Coop, Skipper, and show Max Lab love, because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here showing y'all documents first. We love you guys. Remember, you are one of a kind, and never let anyone dim your light. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Bruce the Deuce thought he had the game won. Filed his little motions, thought the judge would play dumb. But McDreamy ain't no potted plant no more. He slammed that gavel, kicked Bruce out the door. I'm going through the Big D, and it ain't Dallas. Bruce is crashing like a broke down palace. McDreamy stood up, said, boy, you're through. Your weak little case just won't come through. Bruce cried, but judge, this ain't fair at all. McDreamy just laughed, you ain't got the law. You twist the facts, play dumb on the stand. But I'm running this show, I ain't holding your hand. I'm going through the Big D, and it ain't Dallas. Bruce is sweating like a broke down palace. McDreamy stood up, said, boy, you're through. Your weak little case just won't come through. Now Bruce is rocking in the corner real slow. Motions denied, he's got nowhere to go. Tears on his papers, mac and cheese getting cold. Another L for the books, another story told. He tried one last motion, hands shaking real bad. McDreamy just grinned, Bruce, this is sad. You playing checkers, but this here's chess. Find a new gig, cause the law ain't your best. I'm going through the Big D, and it ain't Dallas. Bruce is flopping like a broke down palace. McDreamy's no plan, he's bringing the heat. And Bruce is left rocking in defeat. So Bruce took his binky and waddled away. Another loss, another bad day. McDreamy leaned back, feet up on the stand, said, Bruce, next time have a better plan.